Nick!
Look at this.
How good is this? Where's Scotty?
Where is he?
Scotty is a big fat no-show.
Just couldn't hack it. He had enough. He had his wedding. He took what he wanted and he's gone.
We wish Scotty was here with us. Welcome to the SCOMO show. You might be noticing something missing. I still have intern Nick and I've still got me here. But Scotty is not here. He thinks he's got better things to do than to be with us. That guy promised us. He said, boys, I'll never, ever miss the show. Boys first. We said, mate, you need to plan your wedding different. You can't plan your wedding.
Have your honeymoon from a Thursday to a Tuesday.
We said that, mate.
For Wednesday.
We said Thursday, Tuesday.
Couldn't hack it.
We said one more week. Give us one more week. Well, here we are. The Scotty and Nick show. I figure we can't actually keep calling ourselves the SCOMO show.
No, it's not going to work, is it?
Well, clearly we can't call ourselves a SCOMO show because there's no Scotty here anymore.
No.
It's the Simo and Nick show. So we've come up with a new name. I've come up with a new name.
Do you reckon there's any? I reckon we could do better than that name, though.
There's no better name. Your idea was Smacko.
Smacko?
Smacko's, like the dog food.
Yeah, well, it's about the quality that we're recording out of, isn't it?
Not a chance, mate.
No,
I've got a great name for us, which is obviously Snicko.
The Snicko.
And not only have I got a great name for us, look what I bought. To make this even better, to make sure that we are the greatest Snicko show ever.
Drum roll.
Boom, baby.
Oh.
I bought us a Snicko bar.
Stop it.
If you've never had a Snicko bar, do yourself a favour. It's a Snicko bar.
We're not sponsored by Snickers yet either, by the way.
Yet.
Hey, can I just mention why I couldn't do a drum roll then? I was all set to do a drum roll. You know how we hit the button on the machine we use?
Yeah.
Scott's got the machine and he's on his honeymoon. So there's no machine tonight. We're old school with the laptop live stream. But
hey, and speaking of which, big congratulations to Scott and Kim. They got married. We're going to do an applause like this.
Skim show. Yeah, well done.
Well done, Scott. Yeah. You got married and then you left the boys. You used to be one of us and now you're not anymore.
No.
But good news. We've got a new show. It's called the Snicko Show. You're on Snicko Cam right now. And the great news is Scott always has to make it about other things that we don't really care about.
No, that's
right. And we go with it because he thinks he's the big man on this program and he thinks that he runs his show. But you know what? You and I are in charge tonight.
We can do whatever. We can come up with.
We literally
do whatever we want.
We can obviously
we do a show the way we've always wanted to do it.
So voting wise, I've always held 2 votes. Scott's always held 2 votes, and you've always held 1 vote.
I think it's 3, 1, and none now.
So basically, what I'm saying is, we can vote for whatever we want tonight. Yes. We can make whatever we want happen. Submit your ideas for the new name. We've gone with Snicko, and not only that, you know I love a good jingle, Nick.
You didn't.
I did, mate.
You didn't.
I did.
A special one for our show.
I did a special one for our show.
This is awesome.
Check it out. Welcome to Snicko.
You're on, mate. Out of my way, you goose. What's wrong with this place? Who the flaming heck put that there? Dude. Don't dude me, you long-haired yahoo.
Watch Snicko.
Why?
Because you're a cranky old man when you don't watch Snicko.
Better? Better. Get off my lawn!
You're not you when you're hungry.
Snicko really satisfies. I've done it, mate. I've done it. You know what? Because Scott's not here. We both love sport. Guess what we're doing? We're doing a sport special!
Sport special. This is so good.
Mate, you know, one of the things that we love about this is this is the sort of conversations that you have when you're at church and you finish church and you're sitting around and you're talking to everyone and you're having a coffee or you're hanging out and you're like, oi, what'd you do on the weekend? So here we are. We're talking about what we did on the weekend and what sport we watched on the weekend. And this is going to be magnificent. I'm excited.
What did you watch on the weekend?
Well, I actually did watch a bit of sport. I watched the Roosters get up. How good were the Roosters? Their form is out of control good at the moment.
It is good.
So let's actually talk. First of all, who do you think is going to make the grand final? We're looking at, I think it's between 3 teams.
We're talking NRL because we're in Queensland, right? So who's making
What the hell is going on?
No.
Scotty! What are you doing? He's made it! Scotty! How did you get here? Hey?
It's a sports
What's
show.
wrong with him? Snicko Cam! It's a new show!
Have you only just joined in? So it's the Snicko show. We've got a jingle. It's
Did you
about
see the jingle?
sports, and
Did you
have
see
no
the jingle?
Can I hear the jingle?
Yeah, you want to hear it again?
Please.
All right, you ready for this? Here it comes.
You're up, mate.
Out of my way, you goose! What's wrong with this fish? Who the flaming heck put that there?
Dude.
Don't dude me, you long-haired yahoo!
Watch Snicko.
Why?
Because you're a cranky old man when you don't watch Snicko.
Better?
Better.
Get off my lawn!
You're not you when you're hungry.
Snicko really satisfies.
Oh, I made an ad! What do you think?
That was amazing.
That was good.
Incredible.
I'll be honest with you. I'd like to hit the applause button. Can you tell me why I can't hit the applause button?
The stuff. Can I say very difficult spending the entire afternoon ignoring your calls and texts, specifically
What are you guys doing?
so I could bomb this show tonight.
I can't believe you've done it. We thought we'd lost you. We thought that you'd put your new wife before the boys. Now we know you're one of us. Yeah, the boys.
Is your new wife there? What's going on? Where is Kim?
Yeah. We've seen each other the last couple of days.
Magnificent.
Big cool.
Yeah.
Magnificent. I noticed you flashing your left hand there a bit, bro. You got some new bling on that left hand. It's looking flash. You're feeling good, bro? You're feeling like you're a married man now?
I feel like I'm finally Nick and Simo.
Yeah, you're 100%. You're with us, and you've interrupted our sport talk. We were ready. We were geared up to talk about how good the Roosters are doing. Look at us. We're in sports gear. We're good to go. Hey, epic echo on Scotty.
Yeah, it's because you put the audio on so you could listen to yourself talk.
Yeah, that's why.
But now we can't hear Scott talk.
I'm letting you guys continue with sports talk.
We will.
Okay, we're going to continue with sports talk. And Scotty, we will bring you back in because I've got a new segment. I've got some new ideas.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Congratulations to the careers. I saw the photo. Beautiful Barbie.
Yeah, for those who haven't seen it, check it out on Facebook. The Koreas have had their new baby girl, Lulu. Nick is a maestro. In fact, he's going to get that photo sorted out for us right now. He's going to get it. He's going to get it sent to my computer as we're talking about sport. Don't even worry about it. But as we're doing this, Nick, top 3 teams, and you've got some would you rather's for me that are sport
so who's going
related
to make
as well.
the NRL Grand Final? Lisa, who do you think's going to make the NRL Grand Final?
She thinks the Roosters will. How about the Broncos? Do we think that they will make the Grand Final this year?
Maybe in the NFL. But not in the NRL. I'm going to say a hard no on the NRL. I'm going to say they're going to come close to the wooden spoons.
And speaking of wooden spoons, how about the Australian cricket team at the moment? They have absolutely diabolical crash as far as the cricket is concerned. And then there's so much sport on at the moment. I'm not even feeling overwhelmed. I'm actually feeling inspired by it as well. So, what is your number one sport, Nick?
Oh, I'd say at the moment it's probably rugby union though.
Yeah.
Mainly because I'm living in Brisbane and Brisbaneite known to be fickle sports supporters.
Don't do that, Fat Amy Prince. Doing the thing. We criticise yourself, so I can't do it. You Queenslanders are unbelievably fickle. All of a sudden, every Queenslander's given up on the Broncos. And now all of a sudden, you're magically Reds fans.
Have you seen the ladder? Have you seen the ladder?
Fans.
Well, the Lions are doing well, aren't they? Even Scott, I saw Scott got in behind the Lions, and he can't spell sport. Thanks, Kim. I appreciate your thoughts, but go back to doing
Stop it.
things.
Okay, let's talk about the AFL Lions. Are they a shoo-in for the grand final?
Look, I think they're going to be hard to beat for the flag, right?
Yep.
They're going to be right up there. Who are you going for this week?
Well, I'm a
Cats?
Yeah, I'm a Cats
Changes
fan.
kind of week to week, though, is the vibe I get.
Obviously, I'm a Cats fan, and I like it.
Why do you go for the Cats?
Well, years ago, actually, when I first started following AFL, I watched the Cats play, and this was 3 years before they won their first flag, and they were trying a bit of extra stuff on the field. And I was watching what they were doing, and only missing by a small percentage. And I remember turning to the person who was introducing me to the sport, and I said to them, in 3 years they're going to win a flag, and they said that's it, that's your team. And in the AFL, you never ever change your team.
Well, no.
So that was it. So I'd started following them.
Kim, I'll give you a quick update on Helen's AFL team. You'll see them next year. Yeah, Cats are good. I'll back you there.
Cats are looking good. I think Cats have had the loss at the right time. Gives them an opportunity to reset their heads. and get themselves rebuilt coming into the finals. They're obviously in the finals, top 3 sides, so they get that second chance, and so it gives them a really good opportunity moving forward.
We just had the best pre-game show between us, though, didn't we? We're sitting on the couch here, and we thought, what's going to get us in the mood? What's going to fire us up? Fired up the old YouTube and watched best State of Origin fights from the last 20 years. Wasn't that good? Didn't that just get you going?
Yeah, a lot of Queenslanders smashing New South Wales blokes, and I'm obviously a New South Welshman. But I think it could be Cats Lions. That's my tip right now. Your tip?
Yep. Cats Lions, I think it's going to be close to Saints and Lions. I think they'll be up there too.
All right, well, you've heard it here first. I say Cats Lions. Nick says Saints and Lions. Whoever loses, whoever is closest to the right answer there gets the loser gets a slap in the mouth.
Yes.
Winner obviously proceeds. Now, NRL, who's your pick for the finals?
Broncos Cowboys.
Not going to happen.
Oh no, NRL. I thought you said NFL. I would probably go. There's no Cowboys in the NFL. The Roosters have to be up there probably with Melbourne, and Penrith might fall one short, but it'll be close. Hey, I just want to point out something really quickly because we can see the viewer numbers as we're going, and
the more we talk about
the comments are saying we hate sport, we want a girls' night, we don't care about sport. The viewers are probably at an all-time high, which might be linked to it being the Snicko show.
That's right,
but I don't want to go into that.
Sonny Bill's form,
isn't he vintage?
He is vintage. So good.
Oh, that's a bit of a burn. Good one, Haley. We'll come back to that soon.
Yeah. Now, you've got some Would You Rathers. They're sport-related. Hit me with them. Scott, do you want to join in on this? Should we bring Scott back in for some of these Would You Rathers?
I think Scott would be good
Scott, in it. I know you pretend you don't really care about sport,
but I do. We can't listen to him because
we can. Don't worry about it. People can put up with the echo. I want to actually hear your opinion. This is about us, not about the viewers.
All right, Scott, first question for you. Would you rather have LeBron James or Michael Jordan on your basketball team?
Oh, easy.
No, because Michael's got the reputation, but I feel like LeBron's the man. Yeah, LeBron.
I know. What would you guess, Tim?
MJ. MJ can do it all, baby. He's the GOAT. LeBron might be the king, but MJ, in his prime, MJ is the GOAT. And yeah.
Very nice. All right, number two. This is a good one. This is up your alley.
I've seen LeBron play. So
yeah, we've all seen him play. We've all got Fox Sports. That's fine. Moving on. Question number 2. This is up your alley, and I hope there's no conflict of interest here, being a media personality as well, Scott. I know you have your own little award ceremonies and whatever.
Don't worry, for those who are getting bored, stick with us. We've got plenty of fun coming your way. For once,
this is not fun. This is
for
fun.
Once, we are just talking a bit of sports because Scott wasn't here to outweigh us. Go.
All right, would you rather Kev Walters or Phil Gould commentate the whole State of Origin series?
All right. Heavy Walters. What, we're going to get Phil Gould getting saying ridiculous things like Queensland's strategy of scoring more tries than New South Wales. It's not going to work for them.
All right.
I'm actually interested to hear your answer. I'm going Phil Gould. Yeah. As far as actually expert commentary, Phil Gould over Kevy.
Yeah, I agree.
Boom!
No, I agree. All right, last one. No, I've got 2 more. Scott, getting off the sports. This is a segue, guys. So what I've tried to do is have some sports questions, then segue to not sport, and then the rest of the show doesn't have to be about sport, but it can be, and that's okay. It's not going to be, though. Would you rather, Scott, be transported, like time travel, 500 years into the future, and you live the rest of your life from there, or 500 years into the past and you live your life from there?
That's a good question.
Where would I be? 500 years ago, where would I be?
Oh, let's say like
1600s,
like Magna Carta, end of the medieval ages, the like awakening of societies, industrial revolution, all that sort of thing.
I'd be in France 500 years.
Cool, so your head would be in a basket. What about you, Sim?
500 years in the future, but can I add a would you rather? Would you rather do another I Survivor or have me plan another wedding for you?
I Survivor, this is the weirdest thing about this show, is I Survivor went from the peak of one of the best things you've ever done to the wedding plan being the trough of one of the worst things you've ever done.
You've got to be joking. That wedding was rated by the viewers as the best wedding that they've ever attended.
IMDb have run a card against the SCOMO wedding. That's how renowned it is. And I heard Kim saying, gee, we probably could have picked up some tips from them. after your wedding, which was beautiful and wonderful.
Mate, that wedding was so good. That wedding was...
And so was theirs.
Well, look
the
at this.
SCOMO one was so good.
Boom. Wedding planning again.
Wow. All right.
That wedding was so good that there are people who are still dreaming. And it caused me to retire. That's how good it was. It was the pinnacle of my career.
You know what? The day you can present to me a text from Matt and Maddie saying you plan our wedding.
No, I think people comment in. Who do you want us to see Simi plan a wedding for? All right. I think that's it with Would You Rather.
Actually, speaking of which, Scotty, you do like to win an argument, don't you?
Would
you say you like to win arguments?
It's just more I don't have experience in losing them.
You've been married for 4 days. What do you mean no experience?
All right. Now, Nick likes to win arguments. I like to win arguments, which leads me to something that I have been wanting to do here. I had a brainwave, right? I had two moments with my daughters just recently. Apologise for the echoes, everyone. It's an issue because, unfortunately, we misplaced in Scott's house our normal recording setup. So we're just going to put up with the echo tonight. Please bear with us. Now, what I had a moment over the last week where I've had to have two, let's just call them conversations with my daughters, where I had to make sure that I ended up being victorious in these conversations. There were arguments, there were debates, and what I wanted to talk about is the strategies of how we win. You know how you have a winning move? What made me think about it is girl eyes. You know when girls pull those eyes when they want to win an argument, where they're like, oh, please. And it's just like they have this way that they can manipulate you with just their eyeballs that make you it's like a trump card and they win the argument. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Kim. I see you sitting over there, right? We can all see you. I think it's frozen, actually, on
Scott.
Kim. That's awkward.
That's how, ice glare.
Yeah. So what I want to talk about is the strategy that we use for how we win an argument. And just to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like, here's what I'm thinking, right? When we win an argument, here's what I hear playing in my head. This is the moment I won an argument against my daughters, and this is how I pictured it in my head.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
So what I want to do is I want people to tell us their strategy. I want you to out yourself. I want you to tell us what you do to win an argument. Now, I've actually got somebody on the line who
How hard are you working to convince me that this show needs to stay in video format and not podcast? Because that's the second brilliant video you brought to the show tonight.
You like it?
Second brilliant video you brought of all time.
You like it? So, here's what I'm thinking, right? I want people to submit the strategies that they use. You could use this in the workplace. You could use this in the school. You could use this in your family situation. What is the strategy that you use to win an argument? So mine, what I use is logic and perspective. So what I try and do is I try and hear where the person's coming from, and then I try and give a broader perspective. I try and elevate them to see what's really going on, the whole situation. And then I use logic to prove to them that their ideas are irrational and they need to change their mind completely. That's how I win an argument. Nick, how do you win an argument? What's your strategy?
I make it their idea. I say, oh, that's what do you think then? Oh, and you think this as well? Yeah. And you think this as well? Yeah. Great. Me too. Now let's do it. And what I've said that they think is the right thing to do.
It's interesting you say that because I've got somebody here who maybe has some other ideas. Helen, you have been labelled by our producers as the winner of arguments. And I think we have a video of you recently having a moment where maybe you were sending an email at work or something happened, but you had your moment of winning. And so what we're going to do, if you submit an idea that we think is worthy of winning an argument moment, we're going to put your idea up and play the song. And here's what you're going to hear in your head now every time you win an argument. Here's Helen doing her magic at work.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Helen, you're a boss. What's your strategy? How do you win arguments?
Can anybody hear Helen?
Helen, I don't think we can. You guys hear Helen?
Your microphone. It's.
You must be on.
Actually, I like it like this. So let's have an argument right now.
Helen, are you there?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you.
Well done, sweetheart. Proud of you.
So this is really fun. Nick has been arguing with me for a long time that our internet is fine, but it's not.
Yeah. But how do you win an argument?
Oh, I like to think of myself as being an emotional assassin.
Uh-huh.
And can you be more humane than the other person?
Right. So emotional manipulation, it's a great strategy. It's a great strategy. And I've got one thing to say to you, to your emotional manipulation.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Scott, what's yours? How do you win arguments? Like, have you had any good wins already?
Not on the honeymoon, but my strategy for winning arguments really is to just continue throwing information until it gets to the point where there's so much information built up that it's like, oh, well, he obviously does know a lot about this topic, so he must be right.
Yeah, it's a great strategy. I do like it, and I've got one thing to say to that strategy, and it's just simply this.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
The struts.
I do think it's one of my best moments. Nick, you had a moment at work just recently where you had a win.
But I also just want to point out, it's not really fair when you start the video thing with your video first when you've got a full cast and a producer and a director and multiple camera people. But no, I had a good win at work. It made someone else's idea that they then agreed to doing, which was my idea to start with. So I just kind of got in front of it.
So here's what I want you to do. I want you to send in your ideas. You can send them in anytime. This can be a new reoccurring segment of our show where we're going to see your ideas and we're just going to continue to just go, that's how you won. You're a winner. Nick had a win at work and it went a little something like this.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
My favourite bit about that video is we both know, Scott, that Nick works in government, and that's how I picture most government workers at the end of a 3-hour shift.
Yeah, absolutely. While we're on the topic of getting things right, sorry, I'm just going to mute you guys so there's not too much echo. While we're on the topic of getting things right and winning arguments, him and I had an interesting argument at Kuranda today. I'm listening to the show. Which is where there's a train that goes over the beautiful waterfalls here in Cairns up to Kuranda. And I said to Kim, we'll have a Devonshire tea up here. And she said, oh, they're only serving bushels though. And I said, what the heck do you think a Devonshire tea is?
It sounds like a brand of tea.
So how did you convince her that you were right is my real question.
I said to the person serving, could we please have a Devonshire tea because my wife thinks that a Devonshire tea is a brand of tea.
Hey, Scott, I've got one thing to say to you, baby.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
And they say there. Yeah.
How good. Next time you have a win at work or a win anywhere, tell us what you did. Tell us how you won. We'd love to be able to hear how you do it. My wife uses a silent treatment to win. And the other thing she does is she starts to use things like calling me mate. When I know I'm in massive trouble when she calls me mate. Righto then, mate. Whatever you want to do then, mate, is what she does. So she goes down the whole, fine, I'll just do it your way, mate. And so I instantly become mate, and I'm no longer husband. I'm no longer babe. I'm no longer darling. That's her strategy. And I know at that point, it doesn't matter whether I'm right or wrong. The argument is over because I am now just mate, is what it is. Nick, tell us, be honest. What does Helen do? Like, is she a crier? Is she a yeller?
No, she knows how to escalate really quickly. Just straight up there. And then you just freeze and walk away, and she's like, "Okay, I'm up here and I won." And that's she's plateau. She plateaus though, like she gets there and stays there. It doesn't keep going up.
Hey boys, by the way, I've had an idea. You know how we've done iSurvivor, we've done the wedding planner. I've had a brainwave, right? I know we're about to go on 2 weeks holidays, but before we go on 2 weeks holidays, I've had myself thinking. And this is what I'm thinking. What about, you know how in the Burr months, for anyone who knows my wife and anyone who's been to City Point and Ipswich, once the Burr months start, my wife considers that Christmas season. So I've had a brainwave.
Nice.
What if we spend the Burr months planning a Christmas event for the church? What do you reckon, Scotty? I'm thinking the SCOMO show takes on our shoulders, takes on the burden. After the success of planning a wedding, producing and planning an entire iSurvivor series, is there anything us boys can't do? We could plan a Christmas special. We could make a carols in the park. We could have guest performances. We could have prizes, giveaways. We could have videos. There's so many different things that we can do. But what if we took on the SCOMO Christmas carols in the park?
I love this. I did, however, just find out we're having a holiday next 2 weeks, which is great. But I love this. I really do love this. And I think the whole thing is iSurvivor, based on an original concept. We made it a bit weird, made it a bit ourselves. Wedding plan, made it totally ourselves. That's what this has to be. We have to plan a Carols in the Park event. It's carols, it's Christmas, but it's totally us and our crew who are part of this show, watching this show every week.
I love it, Scotty.
It's Snicko carols in the park.
I absolutely love it. I do think what we do is the people help us plan it.
Yeah.
They are our performers. They are our actors. Nothing is going to stop this. Nothing is going to stop it. We can make it whatever theme we want. We can do it anywhere we want, any day. It's the Carol, COVID, Christmas, the CCC, the SCOMO, Triple C.
Snicko.
The SCOMO. He's back.
He's not.
He's back. Intern Nick.
He just got married. We all know he's going to drift off into the sunset.
You've got 2 votes. I've got 2 votes. Nick's got 1 vote. Either way, we're winning at this. We're going to prepare. We're going to plan the Carols event of the decade.
Brilliant.
It's going to be amazing. It'd be great to have a teddy bear there. Wouldn't it be awesome to have a teddy bear there? You can start submitting your ideas already for what this Christmas Carols is going to be like. But everyone is going to be invited. Or I don't know all the details yet, but I know it's going to be big. It's going to be massive.
Okay. So here's the deal. We're having a 2-week break. And then we're coming back, and the first show back is going to be the epic let's make this happen. Do you reckon, should we have a decision about where it's going to be when we come back?
I think what we can do is we will decide about when we'll make the decision about where it's going to be when we come back. You know, let's not commit ourselves too much just yet. You know how I like the build-up. You know how I like to really, make things spectacular. So what about if we do a video or we create something that's going to be giving clues? This could be it, Scotty. I've had an idea. What if the whole way along, no one really knows where this thing's going to be? They just know it's going to be somewhere. And every week we drop another clue just so that people can figure out where it's going to be. What we will do is we'll have a date sorted, but the location is going to be part of the mystery. It's what we do. We're here to entertain. We're here to provide.
I have a dream that the day of the carols, we know it's going to be somewhere near the church, but the day of the carols, a text gets sent out, finally revealing the location, and people race to be there.
It's magnificent. People have to register to be a part of this spectacular Christmas event. I like it. Scotty, you and me, we are what we call in the industry creative geniuses.
You guys got this.
We are creative geniuses. Hey, if intern Nick is half as good as he looks today, he'll have got that photo ready for us to get up. The baby photo should be ready to go for us any moment soon.
It's on your computer.
Intern Nick. Oh, it's on my computer. Where?
Lisa sent it to you.
It's on my computer? Where is it? It's not on the thing here. That was your job, remember? You got to get it up here. This is why we need good help around here to be able to get things done. Hey, Scotty, do we have time for sayings that have been annoying me lately? Because I've got a few lined up, and I've been thinking about this for a while. It's not... Elsie, I resent that. This is not a last-minute decision at all. We've been planning this. This is part of entertainment. We make these decisions look last-minute, but the reality is Scott and I, we've been talking about this offline for months. Months we've been talking about this, haven't we, Scott?
Long time. Before you do your phrases, I was just going to say, so it's a bit of a weird week, obviously, for me, but do you... sorry, you're muted, so you'll have to nod. Do you have a message coming out this Friday? Again, we got another message with Simo. That's great. And then shirts is gathering in homes and, of course, at citypointchurch.com/online this week. Just wanted to check that's all working. Yeah, what are your phrases, Simo?
Mate, I'm angry, and I've got some serious phrases. Now, these ones I've been building